Good morning. It defines our man, Max. And we're back. We're Final Fantasy 11. Late start this morning. I just have, forever and always, have a hard time getting out of bed. I just love bed. I love bed. Bed good. Bed awesome. All right. We are logging in now. It always takes a minute because play online takes forever. Lucky. There shouldn't be an update either. But we'll see. Do you guys want to know my one-time password? Do you? Do you know it? All right, I'm pretty sure I set us up for success and logged out where next to the person we need to talk to next. I forget what quest we're on. But we should be able to just like load up and get right into it. I think we have to talk to Level. Pretty confident. Pretty confident. Do you guys want to see something I bought yesterday? I'm like really excited to show you guys. You know, probably unbox them on stream too. I'm just not I have an idea about when. I'm just a little, let's see here. Let's go, baby. Okay. And I'll quit, see what mission we're on. Glimmer of Portent. Okay. Looks like we talked to our boy Level right here, and if we don't have enough fame, we won't get the cutscene. So that means if I have to do some rep grinding, I'm gonna be upset. Yes, that's right. That's right. So what if I'm minding my own business playing the nose part? You want to fight about it? Ready and raring. Oh, he didn't see that coming. Forget about it. I'm not going to let myself end up as just another bushwhacked in the pioneering conquest. You really want to know why I'm so happy? Let's just say even someone like me who shovels Lee's bureaucratic manure all day has occasion to get excited. You know how everyone was worried about Arcelia's sudden disappearance, right? Maybe you'd know whether this Whopper's actually going to get some weight behind it or not. They say Arcelia was spirited away by a demonic varmint. Well, what do you think? Could it actually be true? Distract him by humming. Try to laugh dismissively. Say you have no idea. I'm gonna hum too. Dear Max, I never thought I'd say this, but your humming is the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. Fuck you. It sounds like the wailing of the damned... Wait, what are we talking about? Well, the important thing is that the princess is as snug as a bug as a rug once again. Speaking of which, she's been moseying onto our humble establishment quite often ever since she returned. With Ignis Ignis's illness eating away at his capabilities to lead. Seeing her sweet face has been breath of fresh air to the pioneering initiative. Colonization has been marching along to the tune of progress, and Pioneers Coalition members get to gaze upon Achilles' radiant beauty almost every day. It's enough to move you to song. Aww, someone's got a crush. Oh, come on, I thought you could take a joke. Either way, that's not all her return has blessed us with. I'm not sure why, but even those curmudgeons in the Order of Weatherspoon have stopped flapping their gums over the colonization issue. I can finally work without getting a sermon about the Founder King's last words. Cool. Come to think of it, I bumped into Ingrid that from that very order the other day. She gave me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my life. When I mentioned your name, you'd have thought it spat in the face of the goddess or something. We know she's a bit of a fucker. What in the high seas happened between you two? Wait, maybe it's best not to pry. I will say though, Scuttlebutt has this exorcist no longer make patrols into the jungle. Could it be that you called upon some unholy powers to manipulate them into evil? Less shirking, more working. Got him. Leathery Lee. You can be sure I'll tan your hide if you call me that again, Run. Whoopsie, did I say that out loud? I guess I'll have to tell the others we can't use it anymore. What was that? Look at the time. So much to do and so much in such a tight schedule. I best put my nose back to the grindstone. It's true. We should. It's true. Level, I never knew you were so devoted to performing well. What? Oh, I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, Master Lingova. If that's the case, then why don't you take a page out of my book and kiss your next day off goodbye? What? No. I never know if he's playing cat and mouse with me or if he's really that dumb. As it would happen, Devermax, I have a request. You see, we've just learned that the problem has arisen within the Couriers Coalition. Even though it may turn out to be poised only the tiniest of threats to the colonization, we must walk like a cat on eggs. Now that the voice of opposition has finally gone silent, can't afford to jeopardize the strides we've made. Failure is not an option here. That's why I need you to go to the Couriers Coalition and find the source of trouble. Will you do that for me? I don't really have a problem or a choice. I have to. Thank you. Hopefully you can track down track down and snap this problem's neck in two before it causes any harm. Happy hunting, Nevermax. Cool. Got above my nose. Excuse me. It's all of a sudden it felt very nasally. Okay. Let's go. We have to go to the Couriers Coalition. Mr. Courier Coalition. So that's at G7. It must be up here. Must be up. It must be up. All right, now can we go down here? I've gone too far. It was right over here. The door to it's right here. Right here. We have to talk to Hibleg. There you are. Damn me to the darkness. Whoa, it's been such a long time since I last saw you, Max. What's the matter? We've no place to store this massive cargo destined for the Middlelands, that's what. None of the documents are even in order. It's partly the finance minister's fault, but still. You do know that the minister has to sign off on all national transactions, right? Of course, that doesn't really apply to private business deals, so you'd think the work would be manageable enough. However, every form has been littered with mistakes lately. It's plunged the warehouse into utter chaos, I'll tell you. Now that I mention it, I don't recall a time when Adoulin's finances were in such a state. Not good. The Order of Volterus trains their members well. Every minister I've heard of the studies there, and they've all been absolute sorcerers with numbers. Perhaps the greatest of them all was the current one, Melvin de Melicro. He can tally hundreds of different accounts in the blink of an eye, all while eating a 3-course breakfast. Wow. Wow, what a man. He needs but a brief glance over even the tower documents to spot every single error, and only a few swift strokes of the quill to rectify them. And that's what makes this rash of obvious mistakes even more odd. We've seen not just mathematical errors, but whole chunks of information omitted. Thanks to the minister's sloppy work, our warehouse is overflowing with some materials and completely lacking others. It's physically impossible to fill all orders with what we have. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Sorry to drag into this, Max, but could you possibly head to the waterfront and check on how things are going? I'm sure it's all topsy-turvy over there, but maybe you can find which way is up. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we have to go to the waterfront. Click the port storage. Okay, so we don't actually go into the waterways, the waterfront, which is up here. This music is so catchy. And we have to go down here and find something called port storage and click on that in J4. And that we shall. Give me your storage. Gonna keep going. We're in I right now. Oh, J's the next one, okay. Or storage, there you are. Found it, don't worry, we found it. Onward and upward. So, when will this drudgery cease? You, adventurer! What would pioneer like you be doing in a cesspool of a warehouse? That's weird to say. How's it going? Do you even need to ask? Take a look around. It is Bedlam incarnate. We have a dearth of bare necessities and a surplus of luxury items. I cannot fathom how our city will be able to subsist if this ridiculous ridiculousness continues any further. Gilbaron. Gilbaron? May I have a word with you? If you think I have time for idle twaddle, you are solely... My apologies, Lord Estenu. You have no time for kissing up to people, Gilbaron. I'm here to inform you that you will still do not have an adequate time frame for shipping you know what. You surely do not mean this is enough to make me bash my head against the wall, the warehouse wall. Do you see what I mean, Pioneer? It is a veritable maelstrom here. Oh my. You wouldn't happen to be Denver Max by any chance, would you? Yes, it is I. Same guy. Have I heard of you? Of course I have. I would venture that there is nary a person in this Castle Adoulin who has not heard your name. It echoes from the rafters, whether patrons and servants alike gather. What? This is Mealy-mouthed guy is really that famous? Indeed he is. I assume that is thanks in large part to how much silly places in him, how much trust places in him. Reading is hard this morning. That hardly comes as a surprise, though. It is the test that Denver Max's adventures in the Middlelands are to believed. While we are on the topic of introductions, allow me to make my own. My name is Esteno, and I am an aide to Melvin de Melicro. Sir Melvin has been preoccupied of late with other tasks, so I assume his ministerial duties are for the time. And a right mess of it you have made, too. Woo. What I could argue with that statement, yes, I admit that the capabilities pale in comparison to the ministers. In my defense, though, no being could review dozens of documents simultaneously as he does. It is not hyperbolic, at the least, to suggest that Melvin de Melicro is the single biggest reason the nation's mercantile success. I barely slept a wink in the past fortnight, yet have come nowhere near to replicating his efficiency, huh? What was that? A land shiver? Land shiver? You mean an earthquake? It would stand to reason, seeing how there has been a spat of them recently, for certain. They are equally as disheartening as the current distribution situation, if not more so. The last one was some force that decimated a church on the nearby islet. Islet? To think a building of historic significance that stood for generations gone in an instant. Where would we ever find the ball with which to rebuild it? Although I suppose that's the least of our worries at this juncture. Which brings me to something I would like to discuss with you, Denver Max. To tell you the truth, we have been saddled with a tall order from your homeland, the request of contrivance that is often made by our very own Adventurers Coalition. The craft that we would need an F-skin, a lock of manticore hair, a buffalo horn, a square of manticore leather, and a square buffalo leather. Nothing else comes to mind, at least. Okay, so now I'm just a gopher. I'm just a crafting gopher. As you may have already surmised, the commodity of the question is a bison jacket made from the finest of bucking materials. It's proved so popular that they find its way to the Middlelands generations prior. Coalition artisans that stitch them are so finely skilled that not even the most scrupulous of fashionistas can tell the difference between those jackets and the originals. Therefore, it is only natural that we have inundated with orders from the Middlelands while we have measures in place to fulfill this hardy demand. We simply are not prepared for an order of these proportions. Oh, and by the way, Middleland sucks. Yes, I know. I now realize that I forgot to add one of those items to mention in the official list of required materials we sent earlier. Please forgive me for that oversight. Thanks to my fault, we are now short on buffalo horns. Oh, thank God. So I only buffalo horn. Okay. Our client is breathing down my neck about a shipment, so I will likely need to ask other pioneers to lend me their aid as well. Max, I beseech you, could you please find in your heart of hearts to help us rectify my mistake? Pleasure is all mine. The largest truly knows no bounds. Once you procure one buffalo horn, I would ask that you bring it to the Goberian warehouse for safekeeping. May the heavens blow your way. Okay, maybe I have one on me. Let's see. I probably don't. Buffalo horn. Oh, hello. Where are you, buffalo horn? What are you? Pinch of high purity bald. Okay. I don't think we have it. Okay. So to the auction house then. Is there not a waypoint down here? There is. We have to go to the auction house now. But first, I must find a smaller vendor to sell some of my crap to. Where are you, other vendors? I could just go to Sandoria. I know where the vendors are there at least. Maybe out here. You behind the stall. Yes. Yes. Slime oil. Fish. Mandalorian. This is the way. I wonder if you knew that. All right, we need singular buffalo horn. I imagine, since this is a quest item, is probably going to be a little expensive. Let's see. It's probably an alchemy. Where is it? Materials bonecraft. Okay. Bonecraft. Buffalo horn. Buffalo horn. Ram horn. Demon horn. Buffalo horn. Where art thou, buffalo horn? There you are. Let's see what it is. 30,000. Ridiculous. Thankfully, we've got money. I didn't earn it, though. We have a sugar daddy. They gave us money. Praise be to Ariston. Praise be to Ariston, who gives us our bounty. And now we can just trade this to... Oh, we trade to the storage, so he's not here. Okay, fine. That's easy enough. I can do that. Your help is much appreciated, Deborah Max. With this in our hands, we can finally ship out. One last thing, could you inform the Couriers Coalition that we will soon be able to provide them with their portion as well? Thank you so much. Okay. Get back to the Coalition and talk to Kipling. That's what I want. Bump. All right. How's everyone doing this Saturday morning? I low-key love that the quest is just like you talk to someone, cutscene, and that's it. You're moving on, something else. It makes progression feel somewhat quick. Speaking of the demon, if it isn't ever max, we just received our allotment of the goods you helped procure. I'm sure you've already been thanked, but allow me to do so too. Judging from what I've gathered, the waterfront may have been in pandemonium. Yes. So this fiasco was all due to the finance ministry's miscalculations. That's rather odd. Melvin de Melicro's mind is sharper than a spear, and his passion for the colonization movement burns brighter than a wildfire. Someone as intelligent as he must see that the negative impact on the trade with Middlelands will adversely affect pioneering. I guess the rumors were true after all. What rumors? I can't attest the veracity of these claims, but I heard the majority of the finance minister's duties are now being handled by aides. However, even this legion of his assistants can't seem to match his bookkeeping prowess. How he's been able to stay afloat in the veritable sea of paperwork is beyond me, but it reaffirms just how extraordinary an individual he is. Anyway, my point is that the myriad hardships have befallen our sacred city in his absence. Such is an inevitable consequence of a whole organization relying on one person. I suppose, as they say, a bridge with one abutment can't help but collapse. Or at least that's what my mentor always said. In retrospect, perhaps I shouldn't be making light of a situation when the nation's fate is at stake. Wouldn't be prudent. What would be prudent, though, is apprising Maester Reginald of his possible deployment. They may still be rumors, but our little talk just now has given me pause, so one can never be too cautious with such sensitive information. Thanks for helping me make up my mind to Remax. Oh, and for helping me down to the waterfront too. That's it. And from that, we're supposed to figure out what we do next. Isn't that great? Now we go back and talk to Level again. Duh. Why wouldn't we go back and talk to Level again? Duh. Man, we are so many freaking quests already. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. We are so good and so popular. People love us. Max, what exactly was brewing at the Couriers Coalition? I see. So the finance ministry has nincompoops as big as ours, huh? We might not feel like we've done much, but trading is all about trust, and you've definitely earned the Couriers Coalitions. What's that? Did Max save the day once again? Hell yeah, brother. I knew from the very first moment I laid eyes on you that you were destined to become a walking legend. There you go, kiss some butt again. And the more I listen to your caterwauling, the more I'm convinced you've never been anything but a walking travesty. Wow. That's not true, right, Max? Right? He's passionate about his job. Well, he's definitely a different breed of cat, one that won't even scratch when I tell him I'm going to double his assignments. What? No. I always find that Level's work improves when he has a fire under his tail. He. As always, I appreciate what you've done for us, Max. This may not be much, but more than deserve it. I wonder what Melvin is preoccupying himself with, though. I don't know of anyone who needs his expertise right now. Okay, that's done. Oh my god. We have to wait till the next Vanity Day. Why'd you check me, bro? Why'd you check me, bro? Why'd you check me, bro? Weird. Okay, that's fun. It's only slightly annoying when that happens. So we have like 20 some ish minutes, maybe a little less. Which is just bullcrap. I guess let's go to Sandoria. Wait, actually, I don't think I do. I thought maybe I had like merit points to spend. I don't. I have 2. What do now? Let's just Okay. Let's go clear some inventory space. Not that this is, this is the one part where I was like, damn it. I wish they would just like not do this. But apparently the reason why they did this is like the time frame between when they would release updates. Super weird. But I guess whatever. A fragmented piece of I'm going to do the greenish blue. This is the only good Final Fantasy by the I'm glad you think so, Sonic, the official Sonic. I am coming back to it, and thank you for liking the live. I came back to this game after not playing it for like 20 some odd years. What up, DJ? How you doing, bud? You're at work. I don't think I knew you had a job. What do you do for work? All this stuff I can't even sell. What the fuck? What the fuck? Might just be the only good game ever released. Sheesh! Are you an active player right now? I know that's the thing. Like every time I've come across someone in this game, like it's either they absolutely love the game. They've been playing for a really, really long time. I'm an active Dragoon. I just started a week ago, and I'm loving every second. Oh, really? Like you just for the first time you started playing it last week? I work as a dockhand for a boat club. Nice, nice, nice. That's pretty cool. I wish I was part of the boat club. I too want to be part of a boat club. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. I need to... My inventory is an absolute mess. Yeah, I played this game when I was on PS2. And I played it. I had to share an account with my brothers. They would log. We also had to use dial-up too, so we did not get to play that often. So when I started playing this game as an adult, I got farther within a week than the whole time I played when I was a kid. Because unfortunately, I couldn't play a whole lot when I was a kid, just because, circumstances. For the $200 a month, you could be. $200 a month. That's easy money, right? Who doesn't have an extra $200 a month to spend just to be part of a boat club? Who doesn't? Faithful torso. What the fuck is this faithful torso shirt? Dial-up, jeez, I still have an old dial-up CD. Yeah, well, the first, me and my brother's first MMO experience was on the PS2. The first one we played was EverQuest Online Adventures, which was super cool. I remember getting the modem that you dock on the back, and then or I guess you want to call it a NIC card. And then the afterwards, when you ordered Final Fantasy 11, and it came with this giant box, it came with a 40 gig hard drive that you slap into the back of your PlayStation 2. That was wow, that's pretty dope. What we do is we own a bunch of boats, and people who pay to members can just reserve a boat. Oh. That would make me nervous that you get some bozo who doesn't know how to fucking drive a boat that's just gonna wreck it. But yeah, so me and my brothers, we shared an account. So we had to take turns. So everyone's progress was slow due to having to share. But when I came back to it, I think I started playing it in... I can't remember if it was early 2024 or late 2023, but yeah, I got further within a week than the entire time I played as a kid. Also, being the internet, what is it today? We have a whole lot more information because man, I zero guidance in this game about fucking doing anything. There's no way I could have figured this shit out ever was a dumb kid. I would say we get 2 busted rope propellers a week at least. Do you guys have propellers on hand to replace or whatever? That sounds ridiculous. I feel like such a bobo if that happened to me. That's smart. Do you charge them to fix it? Not cheap, I bet. I bet. All right, we had to wait just about, what is it? It's going to be 1,800. What? 18 minutes, I think. We charged them to cover it. It's in their agreement. Okay, good. Smart. That's smart. Yeah, when I went to PAX East this year, I was actually looking to see if any of the vendors there were selling the Final Fantasy 11 box. So I'd like to put on display behind me, but I didn't see it anywhere. That would have been a neat find. But yesterday I went to my local card shop. I got some of the Final Fantasy Magic cards. So at some point, I'm going to open this on stream. I got the starter kit too with the 2 commander decks. And I bought 2 collector's boosters. And I have also the official Cloud Commander deck coming at some point too that I'm waiting for. So at some point we'll open these bad boys. I'm very excited. I didn't care about Magic until this Final Fantasy cards are coming out, but I think I'm going to actually try to play them. So looking forward to it. Is anyone else getting the Magic cards? The Final Fantasy Magic cards? I've seen a card that's called City of Sandoria. Is that not working? How much wood could a woodchuck wood if a dog had 6 legs and no tail?
DJ Wi-Fi asked me, how much wood could a woodchuck wood if a dog had 6 legs and no tail? Also, we are in space. Well, in space, a woodchuck's wood-chucking abilities would be severely hampered by 0 gravity. So their ability to chuck wood might just float away with their dreams of being a lumberjack. However, with a 6-legged, tailless dog as their accomplice, the cosmic woodchucking duo might redefine the art of space woodworking altogether. Watch out for floating splinters.
There you have it. Brought to you by me. AI me. Hope it was worth it. At first, I didn't think it was going to work. What else is new with what my life? My freaking life? Is that what you want to know what's new? Life in general is just with redeems. Not a lot. I think right now I added the AI one, and I saw you use the Wubby Peak one, or I didn't notice because it doesn't make noise, so I didn't notice that one. Not a whole lot. I'm open to suggestions though. Why are these people walking through me like I'm not even fucking here? What the fuck? Add a spooky one or like a scream? Why? You trying to scare me? You trying to startle me?
You sure about that? You sure about that? That's why?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what they have. Let me log in, see what we got. See if we can satiate your appetite to startle me. So the 3 new ones would be, there's an Always Sunny Bang Tim Murphy's Wife. Why did you add that one a second time? Which one? You sure about that? Is that in there twice? Oh, you're right. It is in there twice. Let's see. Okay. All right. You're sure? You're sure about that? Oh, don't like that one. Not one bit. You're gonna hear some shit now. Let's see here. Looney Tunes mini scare. Okay, weird. Nope. You can't hear anything? I'm not playing a whole lot right now. I played a gunshot that was really loud. I didn't like that one bit, so we're not gonna add that one. Was it Joe Rogan one? Okay, no, it's just Joe Rogan being Joe Rogan. Are there any scary ones? Nope. Oh God, these are all terrible. I don't want any of these ones. They're all just like screeching. Yoshi, Beetlejuice, jump scare. Okay. God. Add a good jump scare. Okay, I could add a jump scare, but it's going to be expensive. Did you hear that one? Bo? I'm taking that as a no. All right, let's add it. Now hold your horses. Hold your freaking horses now. I'm actually preparing for you to go crazy on it. And let me just navigate to my Twitch channel and then we're gonna change it. We're just gonna change the value on the fly. Actually, can I do it from here? I don't have any points, so I'm no longer subbed. Oh, I mean, you get points. You just get them slower now. Manage rewards. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I want to make those jump scare one more expensive than the other ones because I don't like it. Okay. So I want you to earn it. That's why. Because you may not have enough points, but there's plenty of other fuckers that do. Okay?
Ah! Did I jump scare you? I bet I did.
I didn't add the hell? Is that the one I used? That's not the one I added either. What the fuck? That wasn't the one that I clicked on to add. Okay. No, wrong one. Weird. Weird how that happens. Where was it? After that. Okay. This should be called. See, look, you fibbed. You even fibbed. You said you didn't have enough points, and you turned around and just did it right away. I can't believe you sat there. You just lied to me right to my face. I can't fucking believe you, man. I can't fucking believe you lied to me. We have the zone to come back. I can't believe you sat there and lied to me. You only sure you did. Right. You fibber. You fibbed right to my face. I can't believe you do this to me. Yeah, because I'm so sad. I was trying to find it. There. You still I don't have any more? Too bad. Too bad. Too bad. So sad. This is what I want. This is what I want. You have a little more, well, hopefully not enough for the jump scare. So I'm gonna hate it. Woo! 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 All right. And let me see where we're at with mission-wise, where we're at 415. So who knows how often we're gonna get to the point where we have to wait till another Bandit day, but we'll see. Come on. Come on, time. Go a little bit faster, please. Just go a little bit faster, please. We're so close. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. No, I'm sorry. That was Styles that did it, not DJ. Fuck. Get it out now. Get it out now. I saw it coming, so I'm sure you guys will get me with that plenty. So. Yay.
It's got a bush? What the hell?
What the hell is right? Hi, Deborah Max. Just the pioneer I wanted to see. The princess is here to see you. Stop, girl. I had a hunch that I could find you here, Deborah Max. Do you remember that what transpired at Khmer Drifts, don't you? Then I assume you'll be interested in hearing exactly where the light that spewed forth the Orthenshine was directing us. After we parted ways, I took the liberty of unsheathing the blade in one more spot. That way, it would create another line for reference. And since the two separate paths had to intersect eventually, I used that to approximate the location. Just to be sure, I compared my proposed site with the ancient records with the Founder King's travelogue. While none of the sources were to extract, I think it's safe to say that we must head for the summit of the Mount Khmer. One of the entries mentioned King August's visit to the mountain, which is probably as much proof as we're going to get. I guess we'll find the serpent in the sky roosting there, the shimmering scales and all. At least that's what the words of my father's poem say. Good morning, Styles. What is going on? What is poppin'? Even though you come offering scares right away. In an Eag whence shade denneth his land, the oar and the swallow's witword shalt be fulfilled. The words of war shalt rise to murk blade high, and one of the white feather shalt flourishin the sword sext. Go to the gym for a few hours, and getting laundry done and packing up for Monday. Going to the beach for what beach you going to? Sounds like fun. If we are to believe in them, then the dragon that's inside there is probably the key to quelling the strange plague afflicting our continent. Wildwood, Jersey? New Jersey. There's reasons and more, Duramax. Would you mind accompanying me to the top of the mountain? Come here. Of course. Thank you so much. Come to think of it, I've never actually met a dragon face to face or snout. I can't help but feel afraid at just the thought of it. At least you'll be by my side and relaxed. As an adventurer, you'll probably bested whole broods of them. If that's the case, then I have nothing to fear at all. How lucky I might have met you. Enough twittering like a squirrel, though. This is no trivial matter. When you've properly steeled yourself for the journey, come meet me on yours yet. Yours yet. Did you guys know the game 270? No, can't say that I do. No, I never once thought about stopping Arcelia. Why? Because despite her claims of being scared, I'm confident that she's as tough as any dragon. Besides, she's ventured deep into the jungle countless times already. No? Don't go spreading this around, but I might have some juicy tidbits for you to chew on. You know, you said that you had no idea whether or not Arcelia was carried off by some beast. Well, I might have overheard the answer. Word has it that she was indeed dragged away in the bloodstained maw of the otherworldly abomination while resting outside the city gates. Does that get your knees knocking or what? You can be sure that Arcelia had the worst of it, but even the Order of Weatherspoons led search parties traveled a rocky road straight off the cliff of humiliation. And not only failed to find any clues as to her whereabouts by themselves, but were ambushed by hordes of creatures, the likes of which were therefore undocumented. Some members even returned with grave wounds, supposedly inflicted by a tiger of monumental stature. Luckily, some cable pioneers stumbled upon them and were able to use their superior tracking skills to lead the extras to our princess. Close call for certain. And what Arcelia, I hear you think? The powers that be within the 12 orders forcibly persuaded the Order Adoulin to forbid her from entering the jungle on account of the dangers present there. Super realistic election game called Symphony to Win, and the goal is to get 200. Is it like on Steam or something? I understand their cause for concern, seeing as how Arcelia is to be the next in line to lead the nation. Should her brother's health continue to fall? It's free? Ooh. What do you think happened? She's not the one to just lie there, and after falling off her horse, she got back up and registered herself as a pioneer. That's what. I believe her exact words: "Our sovereign nation is no monarchy, nor is anyone from our order guaranteed a position of leadership. As long as my brother remains the chancellor, I'm just another citizen of this fine city." Meeting up with the 5 people. Oh, that's cool. You ever see like what's that game? Oh shit, what's that game that just came out? What was like a Guilty as Sock? Furthermore, as any citizen may plan to become a pioneer, I choose to exercise that right. I assume none of you take issue with the legislation that just enacted, do you? I don't know. So, like, from what I can tell, it's 3 people. There's a judge, a prosecutor, and I'm not sure you call them defender or whatever, but like, you're given like these cases that you need to work. It seems pretty funny. I don't quite know how it works, like how if because you use like selections, like pre-made selections to like help the judge decide if you win or not. It's a little weird. I don't know. I don't know how the game works, but that's essentially the gist of it. I just about spit the Frontier soda I was drinking all over Lee when I heard about it. To think that Arcelia already wants to head back into the jungle despite almost being devoured. Or it's exactly because of the experience that she decided to get official permission this time. Although I guess the maesters and ministers would rather have her traipsing about the forest under the auspices of the Pioneers Coalition than sneaking off in the dead of night. None of this really answers the question of what the monster wanted from her, but maybe this is a perfect case of all's well that ends well. Anyway, the bottom line is that no one can stop Arcelia now. It's not like she'll be completely on her own. Completely on her own either. Her order will be informed each and every time she passes through yours, yet and we've bound to employ a bodyguard for her when you're off slicing your way through the jungle. Now, when you escort the princess, you not only have her opinions of you in her mind, but the eyes of every member of every Adoulin's order on your back. That's cool. Is that your blood pumping or what? Ha ha ha. In all seriousness, I believe in you. The fate of our princess in your hands, Max. Thanks. I received more determined face than yours right now, Max. Good to know you're ready. Well then, shall we get going for Mount Khmer? Yeah. Okay, now do I have something to get me to Khmer Drifts? I do. That's the way there is Frontier B-Walk 3. Oh no, I only have that. Let's just do this one, I guess. All right. Now, for the sake of security, let's get our truss out. Shantoro. All right, and we will get on our handy dandy trusty mount, and we will head out west. I think we probably go this way too. All right, so we want to go northwest, I believe. Bum 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 bum. Where are you taking me? Oh, this is fine. This is where I wanted to be. This is fine. This is right. This feels good. All right, then I think I need to go up here first. Maps like this are a little funky. I had to help a client, but I'm back and didn't hear anything you said about that game. Oh, guilty as sock. So it's like a weird little fun mock trial type thing. It's like someone's a judge and someone's like a prosecutor and I guess a lawyer. I forget what's it's called. Like when you defend a defendant or whatever. What? Leave your frost alone. So like it's supposed to be funny. It was like so. I forget what it is exactly because you get something like you get a case that's like ridiculous or whatever. It's like it's supposed to be kind of a funny game, and the judge and the lawyers whatever they like look like sock puppets. So, but and you have like while you're going through the game, like when it's your turn to like cross-examine or ask questions, whatever, you're like given cards, and the cards is what you use to like help the trial move along. I don't quite understand how a winner is decided, whether it's the judge rules or it's like the game does based on the cards that you've played. So it's a fairly cheap game, and it's I believe from what I've noticed, it's up to 3 players. Could be more. I don't know. I've only seen it a handful of times, but it looks like a pretty funny game. Where is the waypoint? There it is. All right, we have to go to H5. H5. Bum 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 bum. All right, can't go that way. I guess while I'm out this way too, I might as well, if I can, get this other. Get this. Oh, I don't like how the snow is laid like that. I was like, is this a trap? Am I gonna get trapped? Let's get this other site. I believe it looks like we can get to from up here. Well, I went the wrong way, but this will work anyway. It looks like we can get to it from this side. Bum 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 bum. Is this you? This is it. Where art thou, waypoint? All right. Okay. Then take the north tunnel, follow the left wall. North tunnel, follow left wall. Thought I can do. I definitely didn't almost just go right. I know my directions. Definitely. Mining point? No, something we don't need no stinking mining point. Definitely don't need no stinking minor point. We need an alpine trail. Give me the freaking alpine trail. Yeesh, look at you. You're a big boy. We found it. We found it. With the help of the internet. Sorry, I was like, why isn't it loading? Immediately getting cutscene. Yes. Whoops. Why does it still say Phasmophobia? Whoopsie. I'm a gamer. Dragon. Winged Scourge. Begone from here, you frail mortals should have thought twice before ascending this peak. I have no patience for those who desecrate the forest. Depart at once. If you do not, then I have no choice but to swing the radiant hammer vengeance down upon your meager frames. Wait, Your Eminence, before you judge us, I would like to take a look at this. That blade. There, Max, can you show him the proof that your bonds to the forest too? Sounds like a plan. Windscourge burning staring in your direction. Orthenshine and Roselcia's palm. You mean to tell me that you are not like the rest of those pillagers, but staunch believers in Augustin's desire to preserve the forest? You refer to the founder king by his first name, so you knew him personally? But he lived centuries upon centuries ago. You couldn't possibly. Of course I knew him, for I am Saska. Saska? I don't know what a double J sounds. Sazka. Sajka. Not only did I know the first Adoulin king, I swore my allegiance to him. Ooh. Did you? Was it centuries ago? Millennia? Time flows for many things, but upon Saskia, it touches not. Seas change, lands change. Even should the stars fade from existence, the covenant made with August shall not break. In my eyes, the lives of your kind are delicate and transient as bubbles in the stream. Your moments of glory where your speaks from flint. Inconsequential, insignificant, insubstantial, such is how I come to conceive of your peoples. Are we gonna fight this guy? August has been the only exception. His aura is shown brighter than their refulgent scales, and his resolve was strong enough to wrest me from the realm of shadows. This is not the lone justification for my memory of him will persist until the end of time. It is not, but it is an important one. And what of you, spindly-legged foal? Does the respect for the king of the claim to harbor within the minuscule bosom of yours amount to even a drop in the sea compared to what I showed him while he was alive? Well, I snort. Hopefully you can at least answer this simple question. As a preface, are you aware of the 7 guardians that protect the Lopek and the hinterland? Are you not? Yes, I am. They're the Noctuals, right? Is that the ephemeral sobriquet that have been given by your kind? Sobriquet? What the fuck? What kind of word is that to use for a name? Very well. I shall not waste my breath explaining the rest. However, there was one more guardian who fought alongside August, a worthy tiger whose fur shone in lustrous gold. It must be Turkholm. I recall reading about him during one of my trips to the library. What was the title of the book, though? His Majesty and the Golden Beast. That's it. Books, an inconvenient form of immortality, but perhaps the best your ephemeral kind could hope for. If you are truly learned, you should have no qualms about a simple test. Pray tell, where did August meet Turkland in combat? Where they fought, you say? Well, that would be... Max, what do we do? I remember the detail at all. It's a true question. The story makes no mention of where they fought. Confidence conceals the ignorance only when the other party is ignorant as well. You misguided fool. In the end, you care as little as August I care for the dissemblers. The one who saved me from the place where even the faintest hint of light is swallowed whole. Nestlings such as you could never hope for the fathom his greatness. I was foolish to believe otherwise. I will not stand for this moment longer. I know not why you trespass upon this land. I no longer care. There's nothing left to discuss, for you have proven beyond a doubt there is incapable of understanding August's will. Remove yourselves from my presence. Our conversation has left me weary of both speaking in mortals with life itself. Homie's sad. Like, big sad. He's got some big feelings. I'm so embarrassed of Rex. I don't even want to admit it, but maybe he's right after all. It was silly of me to come here knowing so little. If I'm to make amends, there's only way left to do so. Max, so let's burrow deep into the Adoulin's bald knowledge, leaving no page unturned in our wake. I'm gonna use my warp ring. And then from there, we will just use the home point and go back to Western Adoulin. Western Adoulin. We did it. We did it. Oh, I don't actually want to go here anyway. I want to go to Eastern. That's where the library's at. Fuck. All right. It is just about 9:30. I'm going to go check on my wife and get some coffee and go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. Give me about like 5 to 10 minutes. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. See when we get back. Just like I said, 5-10 minutes. Thanks, guys. Let's go, baby. Thanks. Thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed the fucking epic music.
Give me that cutscene.
Arcelia, never Max, what a pleasant surprise. I assume you were here to read more about that Founder King. If so, I have some unwelcome news. Yeah, you have already read all of our tombs that discuss what took place circa the establishment of our nation. Is that so? Do you have any idea what to do now, Never Max? If there are no books left to read, are we ever going to answer the dragon's questions? Pardon my ignorance, Cecilia. I forgot about the existence of a certain section. A certain section? Barely, warily. Allow me to educate you in an oft-overlooked part of our institution. I hate reading Tartaru. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Oshasha, and I'm the conservator of this library. We have a severe dearth of patrons with an interest in continent's ancient history, so it took me an exceptionally long time to recall. We have closed off stacks as well. Closed stacks? Precisely. As of now, you've only been reading the books available to the general public. In other words, you've not laid a finger on the pages of the concealed work. Concealed work? What's concealed work? Sorry if I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Andrian here is much more eloquent than me, so I'll let her explain. Of course, ma'am. This is a blatant abuse of your power. That's fine. I don't want to read them talking anyway. While time sure flies when you're having fun, I still must get back to the research so I can get ready for the next symposium. Good luck, Adrian. Yeah, get out of here, Shasha. Well, concealed works are tombs that may be removed from the premises. I would be more than happy to wade through the sacks for you, but I cannot take the plunge without some direction. Are there really that many books back there? Indeed there are, though Adoulin was founded long ago. It was not long ago to predate the written word. Books are practically cascading from the shelves, so voluminous as they are. Pioneers also contribute to the archives every day by returning from the jungle with field reports. It would not do for some of the information contained within to be seen by common citizens. Therefore, many of these reports are relegated to the sacks for safekeeping. In summation, it is impossible to provide you with every tomb from this ever-growing mass of vellum. I will need a subject via which to select a relevant text. Max, which topic do you suggest we look for? We need each of them. Patrick can let you know, is that it? What about the wait a minute, I'll return to the actual volume. So much dialogue. And this is how it's gonna be like when I get to like the older Final Fantasy games that don't have voice acting. I have to like read everything. I was like, oh my god. I trust this is a sort of tomb for which you're searching. Okay, so do not actually read anything from it. What have we here? The founder King August Adoulin was a charismatic personage who incited a number of valiant individuals to join his cause. This feat might have proved difficult for a lesser man, but the King August, who was child's play, his character was impeachable. gallantry, non-peril, and even those whom defeated in combat would utter his praises before exhaling their final breath. Employing this uncanny charisma, he was able to subjugate the ferocious beasts that prowled the Adoulin Islands, unify the warlords of the various outlying islets, and establish himself as their leader. Wow. These former warlords numbered 11 strong, and they formed what would eventually be known as the 11 of the 12 orders, excepting only the king's house. With the support of his 11 vassals, he turned his focus inward to the Albucan mainland and trod upon his primordial plans in hopes of taming them. Pressing ever further into the maze of vegetation, they stumbled upon a swath of woodland now known as Yorkshire Weald, wherein they encountered a tiger that loomed larger than the most expansive manse of the day, and whose pelt was the radiant gold that would catch the sun's rays right to melt the eyes of any who dared gaze upon it for more than a few moments. The massive beast claimed to be the ruler of all who inhabited the jungle and challenged Founder King with an ear-splitting roar that my name was Turcalm, and you may only proceed once I lay lifeless upon the forest floor. With that guttural proclamation, the creatures surrounding the king withdrew, leaving what they assumed would be the best pickings to their pack leader. As a rejoinder, August vowed to skin the feline alive if he laid a claw in any one of the king's followers, and the two began staring at each other down in the silence that finally broke half a day hence. The battle raged on for 7 suns, with it ending by moonlight on the 7th night. Neither Wildcat nor Warrior could deny the other's raw power, so they stopped the duel in the favor of the long line. Already! I already hate it. Hey, Midge. I already hate this. As a symbol of their new alliance, the tiger entrusted his son to the care of one of the king's 11 bannermen. Hey, Midge. Midge, look what I did, Midge. Look what I did, Midge. Are you proud of me? Possibles for an EKG for my kiddo, then no. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. All before 9:30. Sheesh. Well, I hope everything's okay. I'm sorry to hear that for sure. For new medicine. Okay. Well, that's good. Glad to hear that. That's good. But yeah, busy morning. This first known inhabitant whom the king befriended, but he's also far from the last. August continued to push deeper to the continent's verdant abyss, where he would confront still more native Seekins to drive him from their sacred territory. This is certainly a lot more descriptive than the last thing I read here. It indulges a bit too much hyperbole for my taste, but it does convey the point that their battle was hard fought. Even better, it was also tells us the answer to the Sasquatch question instead of the king of this feline and put it found in the Yorkshire Weald, right? That gets me to thinking, could the gold tiger that saved me possibly relate to one in the document? It said so. You already knew Devermax? He told you himself. Well, I guess you did say something earlier about it being able to communicate with him. He possesses arcane power by which he could speak directly to you without having opened up his mouth, right? That does seem rather strange, but I believe that since you've already shown us something similar to the Leafkin matriarch, though what really piques my interest, is how you earn the trust enough to tell you anything. And for the cards, I also have the Cloud Commander deck coming too. I'm proud of you for collector's boosters. They may be overpriced right now, but hopefully you get something worth it. Yeah, they were $40 a booster. So I don't think I'm getting the Cloud Commander deck until I don't think it ships for the 13th when you're opening them. So let me look because I'm not sure when the Commander deck's supposed to get here. I think it's supposed to ship sometime on the 13th, or I'm supposed to get by the 13th. I really don't. I'm not too sure. Let me see here. It says expected by Friday, June 13th. So if I get it that Friday, cool. If that's the case, then I'll probably open all this stuff. Open the booster. You want me to open the boosters now? You want to open the boosters now? Now? Hello? I'm scared. Oh, my Max, look here. I mean, you can really insist the urge. I've had them for almost a full 24 hours so far and haven't touched them yet, so you tell me. Also have 4 boosters of like prismatic evolutions back here too that I haven't touched either, so you tell me. You tell me who can resist. Can I resist or can I not? With the aid of the Adoulin Tiger, the King August and his forces plunged deeper and deeper into the wildlands. However, with the fall of the night came heated battle with the Chimerian adherents, an event that was repeated seemingly ad infinitum. No matter how many victories they earned or how many foul creatures they dispatched, the knight continued to bring them with an umbral assault. The abominations knew neither fatigue nor fear and plagued the retinue to its breaking point. Should we just change up in the last hour and just open this stuff? Is that what we should do? Fiend's Reign terror did not stop with the king's party, though. The creatures were said to loathe all things that drew breath or energy from the sun. They poisoned the land, blighted the trees, and just massacred every animal they laid eyes upon. You're right, it is. You're true. It's true. It's all true. These are all true things. As the days passed, the king learned that these dark dominions also had beleaguered the gold palette and his force for countless nights. Whatever will they do? This epiphany redoubled their determination. No longer they both fighting for themselves, but for their companions as well. And the collectors ones, like they are eating at me. Them sitting there, like it is a very physical thing. Then one even fell. A bloodbath rained down upon the Beckham jungle, tainting its lush vegetation a morphle shade of red. The event began with an enemy ambuscade, a ring upon the ring of nocturnal horrors, encircled in the king of his followers. This danger became more palpable with each passing second as his shadowy grunts ilmed ever closer. The resplendent feline expended his remaining stamina to unleash a terrifying attack that felled all the surrounding enemies. This selfless act bought the king and his companions enough time to escape, but also cost the tiger his life. Sad. Brrr. Also, do you know what the so like I know there's like the layout of the boosters. So like I know you have to like move so many to the front so that the rares are in the back or something like that. How tragic! The tiger died to protect August Adoulin. Incited by the display of his wildcat's bravery, his son, the king, and the monarch's 11 stalwart critters pressed on the face of the nightmarish barrage. The conflict lasted for so long that all involved lost count of the days spent cleaving chunks of flesh from their assailants. At last, however, the forces of the night were pushed back the sorcerer's ruins from which they were first emerged. It was there that explorers were met with the which controlled the entirety of the Khmer adherents. This mastermind behind the invasion of Bukka and the destruction of its lands was who or what exactly reigned over the Khmer adherents. This is getting really good. It's torn. Oh no, just my luck. The most important page of the entire record has been ripped out. But wait, haven't there been signs of being similar to what the text calls dark dominions and Khmer adherents? If that's the case, then there are creatures appearing again out of nowhere. They should be confined to the pages, history books, and lines of old wives' tales, not roaming the jungle of the present day of Bukka. It says the Khmer adherents crawled up out of their subterranean den at the behest of some being, if only we knew its identity. The Founder King's death is then... Okay. Regret informing that while such texts exist in our records, I simply cannot find anywhere in the closed stacks. Wait, how can the people aren't able to check them out? Well, according to the log that we gave one of the ministers special permission to borrow it. One of the ministers? Yes, it says here they lent it to Melvin de Malacro. Melvin? Oh my god. Oh, wait. Damn it. There they are. No, that's to know. I'm extremely sorry for both the interruption for my tardiness, Adrian. We have taken much too long to return this tomb to you. Kindly lent us from the closed stacks. My Lady Arcelia with Max in tow. Did not expect to see you two here. What may I ask that you have come to research? But perhaps we could continue this discussion after I finish what I came here to do. We see Lord de Melicro, butler, informed me that the rather peculiar tomb emblazoned with a Slendy's library seal had been laying on his desk for an extended period of time. However, the minister himself is indisposed at the moment. As luck would have it, I had business to conduct in the vicinity, so I'm here in his stead. Thank you so much for just your diligence, Estinio. I am sorry to you had to. Ah, that is it. So, Max, this is the book I was talking about. There's the only one that archives that deals with the death of the Founder King. I got the impression that Lord de Melicro was particularly concerned with its contents of the text. I would often see his nose buried within its pages. I surmised that the reason had yet to be returned. Well, if it was so enthralled that it could hardly put it down. Let's not waste any time there, Max. Get past the table contents and onto the real text. Yay. Not a soul bore witness to the king's demise. The king and his followers stepped into those mysterious rooms wherein the serpentine labyrinth, dubbed such due to the fact it contained as many branching passageways as leaves in the jungle sprawled before them. The serpentine labyrinth, does that sound like anything you've heard of before, Denver Max? Well, lucky for you, I'm going to read the text for you, so... Lucky you, I'm going to read the text for... Oh, Mitch, how do you feel about the Final Fantasy VII Tactics remake? Or remaster? How are you feeling about that? I am super pumped for it. Is that the ancient structure embedded within the crags of Khmer Drifts? Now that you mention it, I do recall a story from my youth about a certain old building buried deep underground. Rat Kasner and the Serpentine Labyrinth could very well be one of the same. I am excited. I love Tactics, but Tactics Battle is my least favorite. Have you played Tactics Ogre Reborn? I'm assuming it's very similar. I have Tactics Reborn on Switch. I would assume such tales were only told to scare children or stimulate their imaginations, but maybe there's some truth to this one after all. I have not. Okay. I mean, it's essentially like they say it's like the spiritual successor to Tactics, is what they say. Either way, let's continue reading before we jump to any conclusions. The hordes of uncanny terrors that crawled above ground to corrupt the land all did so from that very labyrinth. By this time, the king's ranks had been thinned by the droves and aberrations that had already fallen to the hero's blades. However, that did not the least shorten his strides into this den of iniquity. Each footfall they took resounded with the booming determination to prevent this malignant menace from ever resurfacing. And yet, with the exception of one subordinate, the steps of every person who made the descent with the King August were silenced within the abyssal mausoleum. Oh, poor tiger. The lone person to survive was Mortimer, the king's general and the tamer of beasts. He emerged from the chaos with the golden tiger's next of kin and no one else. Oh, the tiger lived, or at least a tiger lived. With the founder king nowhere to be seen and the most of Mortimer's account lost to the slow tick of time, all we can do is conjecture about the king's fate. That conjecture, sadly, can only be based upon the few curt words this general spoke of the terrible incident. From them, we can conclude that King August expanded his life inside the bowels of the Serpentine Labyrinth, clashing with ink. For the goddess's sake, the rest of the tomb is completely illegible. The battle was a spectacle with atrocious beauty, with the hacked limbs and ruptured veins decorating each and every winding corridor of the subterranean maze. Explorer after explorer in the king's retinue was struck down, but not before they could drag the regiments of oppressors to the grave with them. King August used himself as a shield to allow more and more time for the witch to return soulside. With little to no room for error and even less for respite, the monarch's chances of climbing back up for those treacherous steps were lamentably slim. Mortimer hurried back to the castle at Adoulin, the king's cherished blade swinging from his side and a message from the sovereign on his lips. No more shall we colonize the hinterland. With that, he passed his sword on to the callow prince, and the princess promptly departed. Mortimer hurried back to Castle Adoulin, the king's cherished... I already read that. Author sign. Could be a Pokemon name right there. His orders fulfilled, Mortimer vanished from sight, never to be seen again. Even after his disappearance, tales of his and his feline companions' effort to preserve the forest waft above the heads of citizens throughout Adoulin's bifurcated districts to this day. So King August never did make it back above ground. Then his grave in Rallo waterways is nothing but a memorial. There's a sepulchre that was erected in the Rallo waterways for the founder king. I always assumed that his body was entombed there, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Is that the first I've heard of this as well? Perhaps Chancellor Ignis could provide some insight to this quandary. Maybe. Although I suppose your father also disappeared under peculiar circumstances, he may not have told Ignis anything. Oh, how thoughtless of me! I should have not touched upon such an obviously a sensitive issue. Have you acouxes living in your ears? Did you not just hear the delicate subject for the princess? I care not whether for your venerated pioneer, there's some topics you simply do not broach, no matter your station. It's all right, I don't mind. It never occurred to me that building a grave beneath a city amongst a series of canals was odd, but thinking it over, why not erect a monument in the plazas where everyone can see it? Anyway, we've done our job for researching the Chimerian adherents, the Serpentine Labyrinth, the truth about the Founder King's grave. I feel like I have more questions than when we first came in, but this should be more than enough to appease the surly serpent. Let's make our way back to the Mount Chimera and find out once and for all what's ravaging the jungle. Ooh. Oh, so much dialogue in this game. So much dialogue. Come on, there you are. Let's say, where the frick are you? Which one we get to? Bovac 3. Oh, there's another one up there. Oh, there's a home point too. What the frick am I doing? We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. I gotta get my trust out. I can't leave anywhere without my trusty trust. My handy dandy bodyguard trust people. They are sworn to carry my burdens and fight with me in any battle. They can't say no. They're not allowed to say no. They're not allowed, right? I say, like, wait, why is it taking so long? All right, so we got the North Cave. We'll follow the left wall. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. I always thought the chocobos in this game were so cool. I still think so. I was very much used to like the Final Fantasy VII ones that are like more cartoonish. So when I saw these ones that are a bit more realistic looking, I was like, wow, super cool. I remember when I first saw this in, I forget what magazine it was, but like it might have been like Game Informer, I think. I remember just like going back and just like looking at the pictures of the chocobos. There's only like one really good image, but like I was like, man, it's like this game looks so fucking cool. I also do like that each Final Fantasy game, like they each have their own like neat take on what a chocobo looks like. All very unique. I do have a really hard time remembering what the chocobos looked like in 8, though. Like, legitimately. Anyway. Like, why the fuck are you guys back? Petulant children, I do not ask you to be gone from my sight. I swear that we have no intention of harming the jungle. Please hear our plea. That is my sworn duty as protector of this land to confirm your intent matches your words. It matters little which of you engages in this test I am to put forth, but anger me further and your life is forfeit. Oh, you want to fight? Make light of this trial, and I shall grind your skulls between the teeth and suck the marrow from your bones. Seems like a lot of work. We shall not. Well, how unexpected, the boy is putting on his airs. Yet pride always comes before fall. Let us hope that the fire in the eyes does not become quenched by the avalanche of failure. And an avalanche it shall be. You should make even one misstep. Let the first trial begin. King Legends was saved by a tiger whose mane looked like woven from the golden threads. But where was the site of their struggle? The truth is never a low-hanging fruit, free for all to pluck. It comes only to those willing to snatch from the heavens. Though I did not bear witness to this truth, Turkholm and August incessantly regaled with every last detail, and I could recite the story by heart. Beyond doubt, the two struggled violently, with August staring straight into the abyss and dragging forth victory from its gaping maw. Turkholm thus chose to serve the fabled one, and learning to love him as much as I did. Now for the second test. Turkholm's cub was entrusted to one of August's most trusted generals. I assume you came across the fact in your studies. Who was this man? Morima! Yes, that is correct. A truly powerful individual indeed, though his star did not shine as brightly as his lord's. August's 11 generals were the only men and women to ever move my heart. That remains true to this day. Let us move to the final question. Where all the seemed lost and the king made his last stand, where was it that he's fought tooth and claw? That is correct, young one. You have prepared well for this encounter. I recognize you as the inheritors of August's will and will grant you one brief audience. Phew. Sir Max, I'm always glad to have you by my side. I don't know what I would have done. You would have answered the questions of what you would have done. There are limits to the which man has recorded in the annals, but as I said before, truth is the fruit found only by intellectually ravenous. Then you know details hidden from our eyes and ears, beyond doubt. Sajika, you mentioned that it was August, the founding king, who released you. Your memory is sharp as a fresh blade, young one. But what about you, son of man? Do you recall this tale? I've taken you both for fools, but now I see that you are worthy. Yes, that there's a tale is yet another of the series of truths. I am not of a Beccan origin. This time I'm not right for me to explain the story of its entirety, but suffice to say, I was long chained down in the terrible domain. It was the king who released me from my prison. Never again will I return there, nor will they. But isn't it your homeland? Homeland, quite a pretty phrase. Washing away reality with a thin veneer of nostalgia. But no, my homeland is not a place to which I desire to return. And while I'll take no further questions on the matter, you mentioned earlier that the beings that you know as the Noctuals. Perhaps it is as he said, I should not look down on the sons of man, as who said, Saska, as prisoners or as pioneers who charged us to open up the jungle. Clashes with the Noctuals are inevitable. We knew it from the very beginning. Pioneering, unsurprising, given that they are guardians of Obaka. We are quite alike, the Noctuals and I. We are residents of the land we cannot call our own, rescued from a fate by the one who called the founder king. They obeyed his will, much like I did, and when we ordered them to guard 6 locations around Obaka, they were bound to obey. That is how we came to protect this land. The ancient pact declared that they were to remain distant from the affairs of the mortals and sheltered from the jungle from harm. Or shelter the jungle from harm. Their calling is to shelter the jungle. Yet countless years have passed since the king made their requests manifest, perhaps too many years. Some who witnessed those times firsthand have had their memories fade as the centuries pass and have long forgotten the very reason their sworn task. And not just the why, but also the what. You may call them the protectors of the land, young one, but you are sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. It is not the jungle they pledged to protect. I don't understand. They were scattered throughout the 6 reaches of Obaka, to be sure. Not sure for the reason you think. They were sent to guard the 6 entrances to what you refer to as the Serpentine Labyrinth. The Serpentine Labyrinth is more than just a myth. When August made the last stand, he bid Mormor and I to return the service without him. Our purpose, given by the king himself, was not to guard his side. It was to deliver his orders unto the Noctuals. They were to seal the entrances to the labyrinth and ensure that nary so much as a man's breath penetrated into its recesses. Sasuke, let me interject. You said that the Noctuals are to guard the 6 entrances of the Serpentine Labyrinth, correct? Our annals state that there are 7 Noctuals, but you mentioned only 6 entrances. Then where is the 7th one? What is he protecting? He was different from the rest. In ancient times, he was referred to as the Death-born Xol, and his purpose was to serve the hollow leader of the Chimerian adherents. You mean August's sworn enemies? Indeed, he was the one of the Xol triumvirate. But during his fierce clashes with August, he came to see the light. I know not where he is or what his task is, perhaps. No, speculation is not for my forte. He is impossible for me to read. Sasuke, I have more to ask you. August sworn Orthenshine led me here to this very spot. Before I began private tutelage, my father often read us a poem, and one verse sticks out to me like to this day. When disaster is nigh and evil has descended, brandish the sword to the heavens, and you shall be mended, and all shall be mended. The light that pierced the sky signaled to the top of this peak. I know the Founder King left something or someone very important with you, but Orthenshine was not our only beacon. The twinned world tree, whose power wanes even as we speak, gave Resolutia's poem to Devermax as it gave something to you. The wings of change. The wings of change. I'm gonna get rid of that thing. I fucking hate it. The wings of change are sweeping Obaka, threatening to blow away all that she embraces. And this changes bodes ill for all of us, horrific beasts of unforeseen. Not only that, you lied again, DJ. Oh my god, DJ, you're just full of fibs this morning. You're fibbing. Fiberace. I don't have many points left. I don't have many points left. I don't have a lot of points left. You fibber. You had enough for 1,200 though? You just got enough. Oh. Right. Okay. Fib. Fib. And this changes bodes ill for all. Horrific beasts of unforeseen origin are appearing in greater numbers by the day. Land shivers threaten to knock over even the stoutest building in Adoulin. Trees wither and die. The water runs foul. It's got enough. No. Tell me, Sajika, why? Why is this happening? Is there anything we can do to stop it? Please, if you know anything, share it with us. The seals of the Serpentine Labyrinth wear thin. The spirits of the past are beginning to reawaken. The spirits of the past, do you mean those who commanded the Chimerian adherents? None other. Despite the monumental strength, even August was not able to vanquish them. Merely sealing them within the labyrinth's confines took all of his strength. Yet he succeeded in stopping him. The Lord of Serpentine Labyrinth Hades. So this entity has a name. Darkness threatens to choke this land, and once more he returns. The smell of the wind, the undulations of the land, it is now as if it was then. Like a harsh wind chipping away at a boulder, his return is sluggish but inevitable. Inevitable. What then? When he returns to Olbaka, you too, child, must sense it. Forces antithetical to all life strengthen with each passing day. As they wax, the power of the world tree wanes. This music build up. Having lost its twin, it's coalesced with all its energy into its roots and took hold deep within the Albecan soil. It then spread throughout the lands, quelling all the evil that sought to consume it. Countless years have passed since then, and as the World Tree age began to lose its potency, the land shivers are but physical manifestations of this phenomenon, each shudder of the World Tree trembling in agony. In what? What is its power completely lost? Then all that August work contained will spill out into the surface. Hades' wait's almost over. This black heart is growing stronger as we speak. Calamity will befall us once again. The air is a stifling miasma. The water is a fetid pool. The land is a shattered palisade, and the jungle is a lifeless husk. Black flames will scourge the forest, rending all life from stem to stern, spelling a brutal end for us all. This is the inevitable conclusion of all we have faced so far. How can we stop it? It's 6-7 at my work and I'm dying of heat. Sheesh, brother. I'm supposed to get up to 80 today here. It's been close to 90 the past couple days. We cannot. It can't be. Sajika, you stared into the serpent in the labyrinth that lived. You must know something. Young child and your young friend, I am but a relic of the past. With that August were alive, things may be different. If not his body, then at least his spirit. But if it's still chained to the Serpentine Labyrinth's most inner recesses, during August's crusade, he was ruthlessly devoted to his cause. The World Tree was at the height of its power. To offer you, it is hot. Is it like humid there too? Because like I don't mind heat, but if it's like humid heat, then like it's miserable. And I had just been freed, my blood boiling for revenge. Yes, humid, yeah. Sucky. These three forces combine to seal the dark melody deep within. Yet despite the most favorable circumstances, we failed to eliminate the threat completely. Oh no, not the threat completely. This time we have no light to hope to guide us. Though I remain in this realm, I still bear the wounds I suffered during that struggle. I knew that was a wound. As I alluded before, even if I were healthy, the Founding King spirit is trapped and the World Tree has begun to crumble. Yet despite all this, mankind insists on working its utmost to destroy the wilds. And here I sit, bearing the same injury. And even you and your lot I would forgive, but my heart still pulses with rage at this mere thought of the evil sealed away. How can you possibly understand my pain? How many times must we knock them down before they cease to rise up once more? Daryl screamed. Dermax, whatever has got into you. Stop that this instant. So I forgive my sudden outburst. Whatever the case, our 3 lights of hope have been extinguished, but surely there must be something. Maybe if there was some way to save the world tree. The world is made of one simple truth. It's something can grow old, it can die. But perhaps there's a way to reverse the process. What are you proposing? First, a brief lesson. The world tree's origins lie not in Ubeka. To hear August tell it, he had retrieved the young branch of the world tree of far-off land and planted it here in this continent. It sprang forth of the soil and began to bud before one turn of the moon, its limbs stretching so high they must have touched Altana herself. If I were to do the same thing, and this time the roots are already here to work with. If I were to find a similar branch, the world tree would burst into existence much as it did before, only faster. But the question remains, where did the Popsy find such an object? A light's land. The world tree grew in this sanctified place filled with light and surrounded by serene waters. In a place that was once called Rozawa. There was once a light's land of the frozen continent. Nevertheless, the presence is but a memory of etched into the tattered canvas. Guys, there's so much dialogue. So much dialogue. Rozawa, we only know it as the land wrapped in the flames of war. But I can feel it, a spark of brilliance located within this stifling place. There it is, right there, right there. Right there, we found it. When the world tree sense change is occurring, it gifted a piece of itself, creating a new light's land here. I can feel its soft vibration as the land calling me there. As if it's simple as going there then. Now, even though you have seen the reality, there's nothing you can do. I alone have the power to access the light's land, but the trauma I have suffered is too great and my constitution is too frail. Those blasphemous entities stripped me of my scales, cursed them, and scattered them throughout the land. This is why my wounds will never heal. I cannot fly as long as my scales are held captive. God damn it. Fuck you guys. I'm getting rid of it. Get it out now. Get it now. At the end of the stream, it's gone. It's done. I'm over it. Even the slightest flap of the wings sends jolts of pain into my spine. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. Circling the mountaintop is like all I can bear before I am forced to make landfall, arriving at the land's lane beyond question. Tosca. I've searched many of lifetimes, even for one, but to no avail. I have no other. Actually, I'm just gonna up the cost. I'm gonna make it dumb expensive. How's that? I have no other avenues to try, and cannot just disperse the evil. Work of the skill, possibly. It's in hell. How many skills will you need to get? All right. Okay. What am I doing? 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 At the end of the boat gates, use the frontier station Khmer drifts as fast way to gates. G8. Okay. Anyway. Bum, 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 bum. What's everyone's plans for this weekend? Nope, don't want to go that way. I hope I don't have to. And I do. Why are you walking? There we go. It can't be that way. There's a literal dead end this way. Okay, this way. No, I can't do it for 5 minutes. It should be okay. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. All right, so we'll go back to the frontier station. Oh, can I not get up here? So I hate when they do that. That's so rude. That's fine. I guess we'll go up here and get this home point. I guess we can just we can get into the cave from that way. Since we're going this way, we'll go and get the home point. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. Had to sneeze.
Give me the home point. All right.
You know, what would be really interesting is like, I'm pretty sure I've done enough of the Rhapsodies of Vanadale quest to get all of the key items to allow experience bonuses. I wonder how quickly I could level a character or job to 99. Having had those or equipped those, having those key items now, because the only one I ever leveled was Monk. I literally haven't touched any other. I haven't locked any other classes. Where is it? Yeah, I only have the 6 basic classes, starting out classes. I haven't locked any other jobs. Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage, Thief. I can't believe those are the only 6 that we came up with, or that you had access to. That is so crazy. Yeah. Back in the day, this game was something else. I remember like fishing. I used to fish all the time because it was like carp. Was something people wanted on the marketplace. So I would just like farm that. We need to get to G8. So we just go east now. Let me go the right way. Okay, this is fine. Bum, 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 bum. It doesn't matter. I can't do it anyway. Teehee. Bump, 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 bump.
Boom, boom, boom.
Keep going west. Keep going west. All right, now we're in G8. And so this is where we should better get to the low gates. G8, okay. Zip back this way. Circle around. I can only think that it would be down here somewhere. No. Okay, maybe down this way. This obviously is the only other place to look, but I didn't think this. I thought maybe this would just be like another cave entry, but I guess maybe this is. Maybe it will take us to the cave. Will Gates is a cave. And we can't get there anyway. We literally can't get in there. Where are you talking about? Use the frontier station from Khmer's a fast way to access Woe Gates. Which allows you to access G8 for the next mission. Well, this sucks. Take a look at the map here. This map doesn't give me any good information. I might as well be on naked and afraid. We're in H8 now, but okay, can I access? I can. Because I think the gates don't have any. The gates don't have any waypoints in them to get to. Okay, well, let's try this again. Use the frontier station from Khmer Drifts. Okay. Frontier station. Abilities, mount. Yeah, I think we would just want to go south. Okay, let's try going south. West. Where are you popping me out at? This is fine. This is fine. Bum 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 bum. All right. Is G8 what we need to get for the next one? Like, I don't understand why it mentions anything about G8. Here's Will Gates. Dermax, somehow it doesn't surprise me to find you here. The sealed ruins of the Woe Gates must lead to the Serpentine labyrinth. I can feel it. But how can we get inside? What's that? Another land shiver. Meow. I remember you. It has been a while, Dermax. Come, if you do not make haste, the gate will open. He's calling to us, Dermax. We've got to hurry. Quickly before we lose him. Oh, and you put me in a place where I can't fucking use him out too, didn't you? Wow, you guys suck. This fucking place is gonna make me walk right through it. Oh, here it's saying you need to get to G8. Here. Examine the darkened crevasse at G7 G8 border and Woe Gates. Okay, G7 G8. This place isn't that confusing, thankfully. Some areas are suckier than others, like right here. If you saw on the map, it doesn't show this line right here. I'm not sure we can... Oh, we can walk off. That's kind of nice, but they don't show that. They make it look like you can just walk right up there, and obviously you cannot. So that's a little... It's a poopy. Oh, and you keep going down? I'm not sure if I want that. Okay, we want to be going south. So do we just... Okay, maybe we just drop down here and keep going. Okay. Hopefully that works out fine for us. All right. This guy kind of hits kind of hard too. Yeah, just yoke it up, guys. Just mess it up real good. Just mess it up real good, guys. Yes. Yes. Oh, this thing's kind of strong too. It's taking a beating. Powdery Snow. Don't come over here, Powdery Snow. Here comes the other Powdery Snow. Wow, I'm dead? I died? What the fuck? What? 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 That doesn't make any goddamn sense. To be fair, I think we don't have to worry about my health in any circumstances in this game. So this is the first. Not only that, like I got new gear that's supposed to be like way better than what I had. And the idea of just being like just getting like waffle stomped. That sucks. Oh well. All right, let's get these trusts out again. So now we know to be a little bit more cautious when we're fighting the powdery snolls. I was sure Valerio was gonna like, he always does like just like dominates things. Not this time around. Oh well. Wait, oh I messed up. I can't even damn it. I'm gonna have to recast him anyway. That sucks. Bobo. That's a Bobo move. Oh well, that's fine. Oh, this game always throwing a wrench into things, Yeah, it's not like, areas having absurdly different levels of difficulty. Then it's the waiting to the next game day type stuff. Like, whatever, dude, you suck. Whatever, dude, you suck. Maybe maybe I'll rip a booster. Maybe I'll rip a booster, a Pokemon booster to help me feel better. After that was just sad. I got Pokemon boosters we can rip. Now I have to wait to even get my trust. No, I don't. I lied. But I only have to wait like 2 minutes to cast them again. Maybe it's because I zoned. Maybe it's because I zoned. All right, now we can kill the powdery snolls. We just have to do it one by one. Okay, I did not keep an eye on my health at all. Like I said before, I typically don't. If I'm just walking through an area and I pull something, I can kill it. I should have kind of seen the writing on the wall when it hit me for like 100 the first time. It's a pretty heavy hit. Most times I'm like looking at like maybe like 10 or 40. That was a pretty beefy hit. So let's have to keep an eye out for that then. Or pull back, that type of shit. All right, then down here. All right, I'm assuming we're going to find one. We are. Okay. All right, and let's just attack it. We'll fight it here in the cave. And if we can sneak past that other one, then we will. All right, everyone's looking good on health. Everyone's looking good on mana. Oh, what was that? Whatever that move, that sucked. Maybe that's what got me the last time. What the hell are you? Oh, okay. This is fine. Let's beat some wood. Let's beat some wood. We don't want to go this way anyway, so we don't have to beat the wood, but I guess we will. We actually want to go through that room, which sucks. Because most likely we will pull another powdery snow. But I think we're kind of stuck in fighting this now. Trying to see if something's attacking us. I can't really tell. Okay, might as well. Yeah, we're getting little points. We're getting balls for it, so might as well. I don't think I'm going to use my TP for this, though. I'm going to save it for if we get in when we get in a conflict with one of the powdery snulls. I'll save for that. All right. This is going to go down kind of quick. For sure, there's only 2 that we need to fight here. Yes, everything's gone. The roots will go away. We saved the day. Okay. Everyone loves us. We're very strong. Now, at least going to, if we come across, okay. Okay, let's see if we can get around him. There's 2 over there. I don't know what kind of distance they aggro from. But if we can avoid it. Looks like we did. GG's. Now we need to look for a darkened crevice. Okay, so let's see here. Examine the darkened crevice at G7, G8 border in Wogates for a cutscene. So is it up here? G7, G8. G7. I'm sorry, G7. G. So it should be right over here. We pass it? We must have passed it. There it is. We did walk right by it. Cool.
Meow meow.
Let him fight. Quite the confused melee we have stumbled into. Umbral is fighting Leafkin. What in Vanadil is going on? He ate it. It's broccoli. It's an ugly broccoli. Or I'm sorry, not broccoli. I meant Brussels sprout. Oh, who are you? Wormer? Noble Warrior. Dracula, what took you so long? Like you would ever lose before I got here. See? Where's the respect you're supposed to show your master? Never forget who's the older one here. Complaints can come after we have work to do. You got that. You got that right. It's the Matrix. These things keep spawning from it. Numberless sporting indeed. I hack and hack, but they keep on coming. You there, the rug rat. We got to get out of here. Follow me. Cool. Let's see here. Okay, we got tough to golden fur. So it looks like there's other stuff to do. Enter party members must either possess or have already done the mission. It is possible to enter solo. Alter egos can some. Oh, so this is it's a fight. The gates. Cool. Our request is to be considered first. How polite. Don't forget to ask permission first before you enter. Right? Must wear an entry. Waves begin. Oh, they're waves. There's waves and stuff. Okay. All right. It still counts as when the players are dead, but the NPCs finish killing the monsters. The battle automatically fails. The noble warrior suddenly falls. Keeping them alive is a top priority. It might all shoot others entirely likely to fall before him. Okay. Okay, these guys seem to be kind of easy to kill. I don't know who they're attacking right now. This looks like it's a Leafkin. Attack. Yo, bro, attack. Am I stuck or something? Oh, I am stuck. This sucks. It's automatically selecting like the NPC that's close to me. That's not what I want or need right now. All right. Come on. Attack it. Oh, this sucks. Come over here. I'm bound. This sucks. Switch target, man. Come on. Whew. I don't like this. I don't like when we get bound. Attack, 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 quickly. We're bound again. Jesus Christ. Heal it. Come on. Oh my god. I think we're probably gonna die from this. I can't get unbound. This kind of sucks. I can't get unbound from enough from being able to do this. If I can at least get unbound, then we can. And now everyone's losing a bunch of health right now. Okay, so now we're balanced. Good. Get some heals in. There we go. That's better at least. This still leaves like a lot of the NPCs taking some of the heat, and that's not good. Attack. There we go. Attack it. It's hard to tell which one I'm locked onto. Okay, so far everyone's living. Good. Thank goodness. I feel like that would have been one of the things that was like really frustrating to get through if we kept having to do that. All right. Got them all cleaned up. I have to admit, you've got more spunk than I had thought possible. You know, Darkulin, those eyes of yours sharper than I gave him credit for. Wahaha. When have I ever lied to you? Well, I'll be Arcelia. You've grown, that's for sure. Grown? Then you must be Denver Max. And you might be me, just old Marmer. Always have been, always will be, Bwahaha Mortimer, but that's the name of the Founder King's general. General, that's a title I haven't heard in a while. It's been ages since someone's called me that, and I ought to thought I'd never hear it again, but yes, I'm that Mortimer. Glad to see Arthenshine's been kept safe all these years. You know about the sword, but I mean, just look at you. It's been much more in a few moons since I've seen it, and I'm getting on in years. But you didn't come here to listen to me ramble. You're searching for scales, right? How could you possibly? It takes a wolf to know the heart of a beast. Not that I think you're a beast. You are most like a cub. You're more like a cub. Girl, that's some rich coming from you. Sometimes I wonder why I don't just throw you in the Zoldef River. So I've been at this for a long time, and I've never had as smart aleck of a companion as Zolf for fur. Fate binds us together more and more, you know that. And surely we have better things to do than sit here casting aspirations at one another. Gather right back to the matter at hand. We've got an idea where you can find those scales you're looking for. Of course, nothing's sure in the muddled waters of Becca, but even the smallest possibility is better than nothing. But if you want to find him, you'll need to convince him. Convince whom? To whom are you referring? Ah, the spirit of the youth. Good to know you're so eager to keep on top of things. Ugh. The whole colonization thing is best left to the young old buddy-duddies like me have no place in. Oh. Better stop myself before I get it further off the track. I'm talking about the Sajka, of course. If you want to find the scales, you're going to need to convince him, and I'll come along to help. Land shiver. We're running out of time. We need to hurry. I made a promise to August, and I tend to keep it. And I don't intend to break it. Okay, so we are not going to try to figure our way out of here. We are just going to use the warp ring again. And go back to Mount Kinnear. So I'll do what we did before. I will get to where we need to be, and call it there. Just so like when we start up again on Monday, we know we're right where we need to be. And we're 4-3-1. I'm gonna see if I can quickly count, see how many quests we have left. Because chapter 5 is fairly short, considering the other ones. Oh, I could have did the home thing there too. BRB, just got my dogs out real quick. All right. the north way. All right. Some pretty good progress made today. I trying to think. Okay, I know where we started today. So let me see how many we were able to get done in a go. Sometimes they vary because I think the last time we had to end up waiting twice for the next Vanadil day. And that in itself is super frustrating. Did I go the wrong way? Maybe. Maybe? No, I don't think so. Nope, this guy's still there. He's my beacon to where I know if I'm here. Okay. All right, we'll shut down. All right. Let's see here. So we are at Moramar. And we started at, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 quests today. And we have left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 22 for the rest of the chapter. For the rest of the game, 23, 24, 37 for the rest of the game. So I think the next couple of weeks we should be done with the game. So very cool. Sure, it's taking a long time, but some days will be quicker than others because of the Vanadil Day stuff. But either way, thanks for hanging out today, guys. Appreciate you. We'll be back Monday evening for more Final Fantasy 11, and then good shit, dude. My pleasure. Thank you for hanging out. And we're upstairs. I mean, they're gonna be really expensive, so yeah. Whatever. So, but thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you back Monday evening for more Final Fantasy 11. We'll see how far we get then. And if I can try to manage in an extra stream or two here or there, I will. Just to try to get the progress going, because like progress can be slow in this game, like real slow. But for the most part, I'm really enjoying it. So have a good day, guys. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. Bye.